1, and we are back. Here we go. Yes, Errol, you have found a friend.
And made a promise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around for like a little backpack for him or something.
Oh, okay. Do me a perception check.
18.
Okay. Unfortunately, Ariel, the only things you can see a few little pouches that would help, and you can see a few, in fact, little sort of backpacks that would fit him. Unfortunately, they are on the pixie-shaped creatures that are dead in the cages and jars.
I'm not going... I promised I'd help you, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
A pixie always sticks to its promise.
I mean, you could ask someone for help, Ariel. Just saying.
Guys?
Yes, hello.
And there's dead pixies there. One of them has a backpack that my friend wants. Could you help me?
Your friend? What? Where? What? Who?
Well,
Help
this is Caspian.
Hi.
Oh my god! Well,
I-
finally, you made a decent friend.
I sort of...
Caspian's just going to cover his ears with his wings at the sudden noise. Like,
Don't worry, Caspian. These people are good people. Well, that one is a human, but she's okay, I guess.
As long as they're not demons, I'm okay. They're not going to take my hoard, are they?
Oh no, they wouldn't even think of it.
Okay then.
Hoard.
He's just clutching the coin very tightly to his chest. Okay.
But well, I may have sort of made him the promise that I'd help him find a way to safely transport his hoard, and I saw some bags that would help over there, but they're on dead pixies in jars. So I'd really rather not go anywhere near.
No worries, I got this.
Thank you.
Is there any particular one you'd prefer?
Well, that one seems pretty good. I'll just point at the one that actually looks like the little backpack that you mentioned, Rosie.
Okay. You see a little backpack. It is bright blue, and it is on a dead-looking pixie imp, that kind of creature. It's in a golden black cage.
That one.
Okay, I open the cage, I guess.
Okay. Belgraph, can you do me a dexterity save?
Whoa.
Okay. Belgrath, as you open the cage door, which does open, it appears to have just sort of rusted away a little bit. You prise it open, and you see all the bars of the cage start to light up with some sort of crackling electricity, and just before you can pull your hand away, it shoots through all the bars, and you take not too much. 18 points of lightning damage.
God damn.
Ow. Was it worth it?
But the cage is now open, and you could reach your hand in and get the backpack off this dead skeletal imp, should you wish to.
I will get the backpack out.
Okay. You get it out. Are you going to bring it over and give it to Caspian, the little dragon?
Yes, I will give it to him.
Okay. He takes it from you with one hand and says, thank you. This is my hoard. And he holds up his special gold coin, which looks to your eyes pretty much like every other gold coin in this room. Please do not touch it or take it, or I shall be forced to interfere.
I have no interest in gold, but thanks for the warning.
I like you. And he'll pop the gold coin very securely in the backpack. And
what I would be interested in is a way of healing myself after taking a lightning bolt to the face.
Oh, I could do that.
Come again.
I could do that. The healing.
Okay.
Not lightning bolting your face. I love that meme of Marissa. Just, everything around me right now. There's clothes, there's jewellery, there's glitter, there's talking dragons. This is my Christmas. So he tucks the gold coin away. He will. He climbs over towards you on the gold. He puts the backpack on so it fits on the top of his wings snugly. But as he unfolds them, you see one of them hangs a bit limp and he can't fly towards you. So he calls out, do you think you could kneel down over here?
I do so.
He totters over and reaches out a tiny little clawed hand. And he touches your nose. He boops the snoot. And he says something in the cutest little draconic ever.
I speak draconic.
You speak draconic.
Nearly fainted, so damn cute.
Sorry, Belgrath, you do speak draconic, or...
I do, yes. I can understand what he just said.
Basically, he's casting a healing spell on you. And he gives you
Sweet.
back... he gives you back 12 points of healing.
Ah, fantastic.
You're welcome. Thank you for my hoard's safekeeping device.
You're very welcome.
He unboops your snoot with his tiny little claw, which is about the size of your fingertip. Background. Oh, Indy, you're next. And by this point, you finished putting the armour on. Indy.
Yep.
Could you please do me a Constitution save?
Constitution. Radio. That'll be a 11.
Okay. That's nice. Indy. Oh no. Okay. Indy, you feel a shiver go all the way down your spine, like someone just dropped an ice cube and it's dripped all the way down the back of your neck, down to your tailbone. The armour goes very hot and then very, very cold. That's it.
Noted.
So is there anything else you would like to do, Indy? You have seen all this chaos unfold around you.
She'll walk on over and study the little dragon, but she won't say anything.
Hi, says the dragon, who is sort of gold and lavender coloured.
She'll give a little wave.
He will wave back. I have a backpack. Please do not disturb the contents. It is my hoard.
She'll just nod.
The dragon sort of tilts his head sideways and goes, you know, you're a lot braver than me to put on cursed armour.
She just raises an eyebrow. Not that anyone can probably see it.
The armour itself doesn't have a helmet, so it's
Helmet?
just
Okay,
it's just covering your body. There's no feet. Is there a technical? Gareth's not here. Is there a technical term for the feet of armour? Like, you know, the steel booties.
Isn't that greaves?
They're now called steel booties. So basically, you've got like the arm and breastplates, and all down your legs, but there are no steel booties and there's no helmet. I like that. Steel booties. This is my new favourite thing.
She'll say, and what, pray tell, does this curse do?
Well, if it's down here, that means even the devils and demons didn't want it. So it's probably not good. They always throw the cursed stuff down here because, no offence, I always heard them laughing and saying, any fool who can break down here and put it on deserves the curse they get. Sorry. And he like peers at it and looks at the armour. I'm pretty sure that's a nightmare curse though on that one.
Does Indy know what a nightmare curse would be?
Do me an Arcana check.
16.
From what you've heard, anyone cursed with nightmares will, every night, they will have dreams of their worst fears coming true and reliving their worst memories. And when they wake up, they will take a hit of psychic damage.
She frowns. It can be dealt with for now.
Like I said, braver than me. But as long as you don't touch my hoard, I don't mind.
Indy's gonna look at everyone and go, do we have what we need?
Yeah, I'm good.
Arissa looks like she's just come out of Sex and the City on a shopping trip.
Actually, important question about the nightmare armor.
Mm-hmm.
What's its AC?
I was about to say, it feels fairly light on you, like you can move around fairly normally without being encumbered, but it does count as heavy armor. So you can take the plus to the AC of heavy, which my player's handbook's in the other room. We can look up for you.
Okay.
No, it's in the other room. For now, I will say add a +6 to your AC. But it's probably more than that. Screw it, it's my armor. Add a +8 to your AC. There you go. Fuck it.
Oh, bloody hell. Let me just subtract what I actually had first.
Is it worth it?
It will be.
Sure it will be, sure. My friend just messaged saying, hey, is your D&D group rich now? And I said, yes, rich and cursed. So, Jake, if you ever listen to this, that was you texting me. You'll probably never listen to this, but just in case, it's you. Ariel, you can take one last look at the dead pixie, see if there's anything worthwhile. Yes. There's various different weapons, bits of armor, clothing, shoes, pouches, that kind of thing. Depends what you would like, really. Essentially, what are you looking for? They've got quite a lot on them.
Well, preferably something that would give me a bit more AC, I think. Like some armor, something that's sturdier but still light armor.
Okay.
Because I'm still wearing the armor that I made myself before this entire journey.
Which is very sweet. Oh, Ariel, you can spot him. Okay. As you're looking for armor, I'm going to say, because you've already done a perception to look at these different pixies, you see one, and it strikes you as very, very odd, because the proportions of this creature are human, except it's the size of you. And the more you look at it, the more you realise this is a human who was shrunk and put in a cage. And he is wearing full armour. It's not heavy armour. It's probably sort of medium armour. So it would fit you if you would like it. It is silver and brassy colours with sort of fancy designs. They don't mean anything. It's just sort of swirls and patterns.
While that is pretty, I have no means of actually using medium armor.
Because you're not
proficient with
in
it,
it.
which would mean that it inhibits my magic.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, it's on a human, even though it's a tiny human. No,
If you wanted, because this is like the best of the armour that's around, if you wanted, you could take, say, the Belgrath, please make sure I'm saying the right thing, the bits of armour that just go along your forearms.
Van braces?
Thank you. I saw a post and someone was complaining that everyone in the D&D world is saying it wrong, so I didn't want that to be me. Yeah, you could basically have metal van braces along your arms, and you could take the ones for your legs as well. The steel booties. You could have van braces and steel booties. That's what they're called now. I'm sorry, Belgrath. And that
Or sabatons.
steel booties.
Rosie, I thought you wanted to be correct because people were complaining. So
yes,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
is correct.
Still
That is
booties.
scientific term.
It is most certainly not correct. Stop pissing off the historical reenactment person.
Oh yeah, because all the historical reenactment people listen to our channel. They will do now. They won't now. If you wanted the
One of them is taking part, you numpty.
sorry. But Ariel, essentially, if you wanted, you could take 2 for your feet and lower legs, 2 for your arms, and then that I would add you a +3 to your AC for that if you wanted.
Yes, I'm gonna follow through with that, but I'm gonna thoroughly cleanse the armor before I put it on.
Okay, Ariel gets out a huge tub of like hand sanitizer and just like scrubs at it.
Oh, in fact, I'm gonna ask Arissa, what do you use to get that human stench out of your stuff?
She looks at you and goes, "What?"
Anyone else got any advice against this filthy human stench?
I'm sorry, I want to hear Arissa's answer to how she gets filthy human stench out of her stuff.
Did you not hear it?
Arissa's response, I
Good
believe,
washing.
was, huh? She's distracted by all the many, many things she's carrying and wishing she brought a shopping bag with her.
Okay, the pixie has asked you, Arissa, how you get the filthy human stench out of your stuff.
She looks
Which I
at you.
laughed which I laughed at quite uproariously because it sounds quite definitely dirty.
She looks at you, blinks very slowly, and goes, "Huh?"
Well, your stuff gets filthy human stench all over it every day. How do you clean it?
Digging yourself
I feel like as a
hole.
half human, half elf, I should probably take offence to that. But my father being what he was, I'm not going to take too much umbrage with it.
Fair enough, Belgra. Fair enough.
Arissa's just going to squint at Errol, just like, what? She's very confused.
Ariel, she thinks you're calling her smelly.
Well, that is most certainly correct.
She's still just going to just look baffled as all hell.
I'll take that as a no can do then. I'll just keep trying cleaning this myself.
Would you like me to breathe fire on it and try to make it not germy for you? Says a little voice.
Ooh, that would help so much. Thank you for the offer, Caspian.
Okay.
Hey, if a little fire would help, I can give you a lot of fire because that'll clean it extra especially well.
Oh, can you
Pops
breathe fire
fireball
too? Says the little Caspian voice.
I can sometimes.
Wow. You'll have to show me sometime. I can only breathe a little bit of fire and then I get a bit coughy.
Oh, poor little thing.
He will breathe fire across it for you, Ariel. So it becomes very, very hot, and it will take a little while to cool down. But as far as you're aware, it will have ridden it of some of the tainted germs.
Good. Thank you, Caspian. For now, the tiny fire will do, Belgrath. But if I ever need a big fire, I know who to call for.
Jolly good, jolly good. But yeah, I would like to ask Caspian if he would like to ride on my shoulder.
Oh, that sounds fun. Could I crawl up your arm, please? I'm not very big on being picked up.
That's reasonable.
Okay. If you hold out your arm to him, he will crawl up it. He weighs next to nothing. It's like a hamster walking up your arm. His little tail sort of catches you every so often, but he sits on your shoulder.
Would he notice the dragon scales that I do have?
Yes, he would do actually, and he would pause and peer at them.
Cool. Okay, that can be a conversation for later.
Okay. Okay, so Belgrath, you have a Caspian on your shoulder with his little blue backpack. Ariel, you have your new clean armour. Arissa, you have a ridiculous amount of shopping. Enna, you have a snake necklace.
Woo!
Cass, you have some souls and the shard thing you were looking for. Indy, you have a cursed item of armour. Enjoy. And essentially, if any of you would like to take any more coins, you can feel free to stuff your boots, your pockets, etc., etc. If anyone would like to take any more.
Actually, Rose, I would like to look for a bag of...
A bag of holding.
Yes, a bag of holding, because I want to have my shard in a safe place.
Okay. You're looking for one in the pile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, just looking for a bag of...
Okay. You don't manage to find a bag of holding, but you do find a very nice, very secure looking bag. It is about the size of a coin purse, only it's got a more intricate fastening, which means it's harder to undo in a hurry, so nothing will fall out of it. It's about the size of... it's about the size of your black book, the really big one that Urfel gave you. So if you wanted, you could fit the book and the little shard thing inside.
Okay. I would probably do that, and I think I would put in some like valuable looking stuff, as like dummy things, so if someone tries to pickpocket.
Okay.
These first.
Okay. You pick up a few odds and ends, a handful of cheap coins, a handful of jewelry that doesn't.
It's not cheap, expensive stuff.
Oh, okay. In which case, you pick up the most expensive looking jewelry you can find. Several brooches, bracelets, necklaces, that kind of thing. You manage to stuff them all in the bag. There's just about room for all of that.
Yeah, just to make sure that if anyone robs me or tries to pickpocket, they will target the things that are not in.
Okay. Noted. Anyone else pocketing anything or looking at anything before they leave?
India will just fill up her pouch with some cash.
Okay. You've just
You
got
said 300 coins each there, Rosie?
in a
You said
retainer,
300
yeah.
coins.
Yeah.
That's my 3 retainers.
Yeah.
I get you.
If,
What I was
you're-
asking earlier, Rosie, are there any platinum pieces left?
Yeah, there's loads. Like there's a mile room full. So if you want, you
Okay.
can
I
just
would
take
like to take
platinum
3.
pieces.
I would also like to take some platinum pieces.
Okay.
I will put them amongst my bosom.
Okay, Arissa, amongst your ample bosom, you managed to put 16 platinum pieces.
Ooh. Rosie, can I put platinum pieces in my normal stuff as well?
Yeah.
And also in pockets and such.
Okay.
Basically, my breast
but Arissa,
has
sure.
extra pockets.
But Arissa, surely the idea is to put coins in places where no one's likely to go.
Unless they run into.
You should. Well, then you should put them on your face, shouldn't they?
Oh.
What?
Because no one wants to look at that.
Boom.
That makes no sense.
Unless Arissa runs into Brickens again, I reckon her bosom is safe for now. So I will say, for those of you who want to put any in your pockets, if you're just stuffing your pockets, I'll say you can take 50 coins of your choice, whether they be gold or platinum. If you're stuffing pouches as well, then make it 300 total each. And if you've got like various different containers, like Ariel's got different retainers that he's filling, so about 100 per like normal purse, that kind of thing.
Rosie, just to clear that up, those retainers, those are servants.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, they can carry that, that's fine.
I'll have them all carry as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, he has servants following him around. What?
I'm a king. Of course I have servants. I'm supposed to have them ever since like you first met me, or at least ever since I got the nest.
Yeah, we may or
They
may
were really helpful
we may or may not have
combat.
forgotten about that.
Just bloody hell.
I forgot those skills. I forgot that entire feature.
So yeah, we may or may not have forgotten about that. I will say that you find them sort of like a pouch each. So instead of having to carry it all, so they have to drop it in combat, they can carry 100 coins each around their neck.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is my walking treasury.
I guess, Rosie, I'm basically just emptying my backpack of everything that is not magical item and just stuffing in platinum.
Okay. In which case...
Good thing that Dragonborn don't need to eat, I guess.
In which case, Cass, you can have 1,000 coins in your backpack.
Okay, 1,000 platinum coins,
Yep.
right?
1,000 platinum.
Okay.
You guys can just stop adventuring now. Like, you're done. Like, you don't need to do anything else.
I'm full ready to retire.
Yeah. So, yeah, those of you stuffing different orifices full of coins, you stuff them. And you guys head your way back out towards the stone spiral steps and out of the door. you manage to make your way back through the corridor of sort of traps and things fairly sensibly. Like, you all know what's coming now, so it's less of a surprise. So you edge your way along the beams and you duck your way out of the traps and everything, and nobody falls down the pit this time. It's great.
We have a blast.
You have an absolute blast. Just to save you all rolling exactly the same things you did last episode again. You guys get back out and you're on the lower layer of the palace. And as you exit the door that you snuck through, you can hear absolute uproar. All around there is screaming and noise. And you can hear thundering footsteps, and you can hear fighting, and you can hear screaming and yelling and different things. And as you walk along...
Let's get out of here as quickly as we can.
For once, I agree.
Yes.
As you guys head out along this corridor, you can see through some of the windows out onto the big arena bit that you could see, which is where Rakens was on trial. And as you're sort of heading along, are you guys going to be running or stealthing?
I'd
Stealth.
like to be stealthing.
Yes.
Okay.
And I guess...
Okay.
If I still have a spell slot, I mean, we've probably had time to rest, at least an hour or something.
Yeah, you've had now, so you've had a short rest.
Okay. Okay, good. So I will cast Pest Without a Trace.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I will have you all roll your stealth in a minute. But when you do, add the 10 for that. Anyone who has just rolled, don't re-roll it. I'll just believe you. But as you guys are stealthing slowly, you guys can see out of the window, and you can see Rakens is being forced to kneel by some sort of magic being shot at him by his brothers. And you can see him on his knees, and he's shouting something that you can't quite hear from this far away. And two huge hulking demonic creatures walk up and are pinning him in place. As you look, you hear him screaming in complete agony. And for a second, you're not sure why, but then you notice what these creatures are doing is grabbing hold of the sides of his head and bending his demon horns back on themselves until, with a horrible, sickening noise, they both snap and his horns come away from his head.
God damn, dude.
I mean, if we were a good party, we would have tried to help him, but...
Yeah, he will be missed.
Arissa nearly voms. Well, that's sweet. Can everybody roll with their stealth checks now, please? Yeah, that's 21 for RSR. Ooh, everyone's doing quite well so far. 21, a natural 20. There we go.
We have a plus 10 on these, Rosie.
Oh yeah, you all have a plus 10 as well. Keep it up.
I mean, that's it with a plus 10, so that's why we are rolling so well.
29, 20, 17. Bloody hell, Ariel. Okay, he is very small, to be fair. He is very small. So you guys continue to manage to sneak along this corridor, and as you watch, you hear those of you who can speak Abyssal or Infernal. You can pick out a little bit. As I said, these languages are sort of a combination of the two. Anyone who can speak it can pick out a few of the words, such as traitor, doesn't really belong, false brother, and go back to the world of Mercer, you scum.
Oh, is this a reference to Lion King?
No, but it is now. My unintentional Lion King thing, but sure, why not?
I mean, there's a song in one of the Lion Kings.
It's Lion King 2.
How does it go? I have accidentally
Gova's exile.
Oh my god, yes!
Yes.
Ah! Yes! I wish I could play it, but we'll get done for copyright. But yes! Yes, that song! I'm going to listen to that later. Yes, essentially that is what's happening. He then gets lifted up by magic from his brothers, and you can hear the thundering...
Not one of us. Destiny.
Not one of us. You can hear the thundering footsteps above you getting louder, and you hear what must have been all these creatures who are watching, knowing what is coming. And from the directions you can hear them, they are scarpering left and right to get out of the way. And it is right above you guys. And these brothers pick up Brookens, who is bleeding from the nose and the mouth, and he gets slammed with a huge wave of magic into the building, into the side of the palace, which explodes around him. Can everybody please make me a dexterity save?
Uh-oh.
You said save, right?
Well,
Yeah.
fuck.
Ah, yes, save. Don't forget, you have a... Yes, it's a save, Ariel, and I believe that means that you have a -2 penalty to that. Oh, Indy with a nat 1! Oh, wow, Belgraph with a nat 1. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Well, Enna, it looks like it'll be just you and me for the rest of the campaign.
Indy was trying too hard
Can
to be
I-
stealthy.
I'm gonna wait for whatever happens, but I will
yeah.
be trying to cast something to save myself here.
Okay.
Oh my god, the three of them as net. How?
Okay. So, good lord. All right, so we have Indy with a nat 1. Indy with a nat 1. Belgrath with a nat 1.
Rosie, they must have collided or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. So Indy and Belgrath and Ariel, who also has a nat 1, you guys, as the building erupts and explodes about you, this fantastic palace being left to the wayside for just punishing their brother. The walls and the ceiling fly in towards you, and a great force wave hits you. Ariel, Belgrath, and Indy, you guys slam together into the same huge patch of wall as a column falls down upon you and rubble rains down on all of you. I'm going to roll your damage. Belgrath, what were you casting?
Right. I think I'm going to be casting. What are my options here? I will cast a gust of wind against the falling debris to kind of push it away from falling on top of us.
Okay. Could you do me a dexterity check for that? Just because in the heat of the moment, it will take you a bit to do, and I'm just going to add up all of my dice. Sorry.
Why is it always friggin' dexterity?
Sorry. Was that 17, Belgrath?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to scroll back down the page to find you. Okay, that
But
was
seriously, dexterity is my one pants stat, and every single fucking thing seems to need dexterity in some way.
Sorry. So
He's doing it deliberately.
if you, it's not like I studied your character sheets and picked what you're worst at or anything. Like, I'm never going to give Arissa a charisma save. Like, what were the points of that? I like the song. This is cute. Right, sorry, back. So, Belgrath, yes, you succeed at the very last minute, and the last column doesn't quite hit you, and you manage to, like, fling it to one side. So, you will take, all of you, so this is Belgrath, Ariel, and Indy, you will take 42 points of damage as opposed to the column
Rosie,
as well. Mm-hmm.
I cast Call of Shadow on myself,
Okay.
which means that I get advantage on the dex save.
Okay, redo.
That helped out a lot. 7 plus 9 is 16.
Okay. Take off 10 of that then. So you will take 32.
Oh, that's only less than half my max hit points. By one.
Oh, you poor.
Poor puppy. Right, I'll come back to you three in a second. So then the skeleton gets hit as well. Both of his legs are now trapped under a piece of column. In fact, the column that Belgar threw away from you guys. Meanwhile, Cass, Orissa, and Enna. Orissa, you dive and manage to keep a hold of all the items you've carried. And you miss the columns, but one of the windows shatters all around you. And you take... That was a lot of ones. I mean, yay, that was a lot of ones. Orissa, you take 23 points of damage from shards of glass and ceiling that are slicing through and around you. Enna, you, I believe, will probably dive in front of all of your creatures.
Yes.
I'm just going on past
Save
instinct here.
them.
So you're going to dive on top of your creatures. So I will save them from having to take any damage, but you, my darling, will take...
How much damage did I take?
23, Orissa. Or 22. I think it was 22, sorry, 22. Oh, Enna, you got a load of ones as well.
Yeah.
Enna, you take 18 points of damage as the ceiling collapses all and around you. Kess, 18 to you as well as the ceiling starts to drop all around you as well.
Can I turn into shadow form?
Yeah.
Because that will give me resistance. So
Yeah, you can do,
physical damage.
absolutely.
yeah, so resistance, is that half of physical damage, or
Yes.
so half of 18 is 9. Sorry.
Okay. And skeleton legs trapped. Okay. Now, as we are drawing to the end of the time for today, and I want everyone to be able to go to work in the morning, I will leave you guys on a perception check. Orissa, you get advantage.
Ooh. Why?
Oh, hey, how is Caspian?
Caspian has hidden behind your neck, and he has taken less damage. So he's still on your neck. You can take an extra 2 points of damage from his claws digging into you to try and hold on.
An extra 2 points of damage.
Yes, because his claws are
Right.
holding on to you.
Right, so I'm now down to 2 hit points. Brilliant.
Oh bloody!
Join the cleric.
Okay, Orissa. Oh, Orissa, 9 with advantage. Oh. Okay.
How is that such a surprise to you, dude? I'm a friggin' sorcerer. My HP is pants.
Sorry. I sorry. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, the rubble surrounding you, the dust settling. You can hear running and screaming and shouting and cheering from upstairs. And you can, those of you who can understand, can hear shouts of "Find him!" and "Ah!" and, people cheering and jeering and laughing and things. Orissa, you hear a familiar voice say your name very faintly through the wreckage, shoving bits of debris off. You see the heavily wounded and dehorned Brakens. Orissa! Baby! Hi!
She will immediately go over to him.
You guys can sort of see this decrepit demon pulling himself out of this wreck.
Oh yeah, don't mind us, the people you've been travelling with for months. No, you go help the guy you've known for a week. But that's fine. We'll claw our own way out of the rubble.
Speak for yourself. I'm fine.
Brakens is sort of swaying slightly as he stands up and pulls himself out. Hi. And you can see, like, one of his eyes is just filled with blood around the socket.
She's just kind of stuttering. Just, how are you even? I mean, I know you're a demon, but how are you even still alive?
Pure charisma.
She cracks a smile.
That's not charisma.
He'll just...
That makes no goddamn sense. And that's coming from me.
Arissa, he's gonna take a step forwards and fall onto you.
Do I have to roll to catch him?
Yeah, do me. I don't want to anger Belgrath anymore, so do an acrobatics check to catch him, rather than just dexterity. 14. Okay. 14. He falls, his head hits your shoulder and he starts to fall, but you catch his shoulders just before he hits sort of like your boob area. And he sort of opens one eye and goes, pillows. And then he sort of like seems to be almost blacking out. And I will leave you guys on hearing the roaring demons all around you, screaming and shouting, "Where is he? Find him. Kill him, the great deceiver. Get him out of a hail now." And
The great deceiver.
So yeah, on that cheerful note, I will turn off the recording. So if anyone who had a lovely time wants to shout Tatty Bear, and if anyone who did not have a lovely time wants to also shout Tatty Bear, that would be lovely.
Tatty Bear.
Tatty Bear.
Bye.